we've got another fractions little video here. This is probably the last thing about fractions, unless anybody has anything particular that they're struggling with. So this one is based on a problem I've seen that someone's had for some homework, and it's really linking fractions to division. So sometimes in maths, the way things are written down can mean different things, and they link to each other. And so a fraction is the same as out of. So if you imagine you've got 3/4, I've used this one before, that one means 3 out of 4 total bits. Now out of is the same as divided by, and so I often think that the fraction sign looks a little bit like a division sign, where you've got the line, something on top and something on the bottom. So usually fractions links to division, and anything that links to division also links to multiplication, so it's all lots of different skills involved in it. But this particular example that I saw in someone's homework was all about, if you have a fraction like this, whether it's an improper fraction or a proper fraction, you can express the answer by doing a division calculation. So this particular question is saying 17/5 is the same as 17 divided by 5. And anyone in Key Stage 2 has probably seen this method. Lots of people call it the bus stop method. And so the way we would work this out, we're going to put the answer as a mixed number. So we would do how many 5s go into 17. Now I know from my 5 times tables, if I count up 3 times, 5, 10, 15, that's as high as I'm going to get, because otherwise I get to 20, which is too high. So I can get 3 lots of 5 in 17. Now you can express the remainder as a fraction in division. And so what you do is your lower half of your fraction is going to be the fifths that it's counting in. And the top of your fraction, the numerator, is going to be whatever is left over. So we counted 5 3 times, which gave us 15. We were trying to get to 17, so that means there's 2 left over. So from 15, 16, 17. So my answer would be 3 2/5. That's really similar to what we were doing yesterday, it's just a different way of doing it. So when we were looking at this before, we were saying that we know that 5/5 make a whole, and out of that 17 we could get 3 lots of those 5 to make 15, and there'd be 2 left over, so it's the same thing. So if we just do that again, if we stick in fifths, and let's say you had 22/5, we then say that's the same as 22 divided by 5. And again, if we use our 5 times tables, we count up in 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Means we can get 4 lots of 5. Left over is going to be in fifths, and we're going to have 2 left over. So the answer is 4 2/5. So it's just showing you there how fractions link to division, and how you can have an improper fraction as a mixed number using that method, which you might find easier. So using that method, we're going to have a go at a word problem. So we have here 47 kilograms of apples are packed into 6 bags evenly. What weight is there in each bag? So we're going to take that 47 and we're going to share it between 6 bags. So we're going to do 47 and we're going to share it between 6. Now, using my 6 times tables, I'm going to have a look at this. I know that 6 7s make 42 and 6 8s make 48. So 8's going to be too big. So I know that 6 times 7 is going to make 42. And sometimes you can see people write it down here, 42, just to help us look at what we've got. And then our remainder, if we took that away, would be 5, and it's in sixths. So in each bag you would have 7 and 5/6 kilograms. The other way to express that answer is as a decimal. So if we do the same thing again, 6s into 47, and we know that it went 7 times. Now you can put your decimal point here now, put 0.0, because we know that 47 is actually the same as 47.000 forever. And we put whatever was left over in front of this 0, and we had 5 left over. So we can say how many 6s go it's 6/8 of 48. So a bit longer. So I made 48, which means I've got 2 left over. 6 is into 20. It's going to go 3 times. 6, 12, 18. And this is going to go on and on and on because I'm always going to end up with 2 left over. So you could also do 7.83 kilograms. So that is a little link there to some word problems using a short division or bus stop method to find the answers, and I hope that makes a bit more sense. Bye.